The ice resurfacer has just left the ice surface. About ready to get game number 2 underway here between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Wenatchee Wild from Washington. Some scores through game 1. The Wenatchee Wild lost the Tri-City Eagles Gold team 3-2 earlier. And in the standings, in Pool A, the Vegas Golden Knights showing in last place due to the goal differentials scored against. But hoping to bounce back here with a win against Wenatchee. Vegas Golden Knights getting ready to hit the ice. Heard this team is very physical, the Wenatchee Wild. Vegas General Knights, the home team. This game will be in their whites with the golden red trim. And the Wenatchee Wild are in their black with blue and white trim. Starting goaltender in net for the Vegas General Knights looks to be number 29, Cole Larison. Vegas General Knights having their pregame powwow. Larison to the crease, Knights to the faceoff. Penn Hollow centering Hawley and Huffman. This is a change. Penn Hollow normally is on defense with an injury coming to the forward lineup last game. We've got a shuffling up of the team. So moved someone from defense. Jack Harrison and Max Biaggi on the defense. Biaggi will get the puck, swings it to the near side to Harrison. Harrison moves it up the wall to Hawley, and Hawley dumps it down the wall with a backhand dumping. And that one kept in by Biaggi. Sorry for the audio issues. Should be back. That last shot coming from Cabardilla just outside the left face-off circle. Face-off shot by Cabardilla. That one tips off the outside of the right post. I think that got a piece of the goaltender's glove. Forced that one just wide. Cabardilla back to collect for the Knights. He'll head back behind his net. Backhanded up, moving around to Marundi. Marundi takes a hard hit. That's going to be a penalty right in the numbers. Marundi slow to get up. And there is the whistle as Wenatchee touched the puck, and number 8 for the Wild. We'll head to the box at 12:30, or 18, sorry. Roughing is the call. And power play number 1. Penhollow with the face-off win. Puck rimmed around the boards. On the near side, Yaji collects, walks it to the middle, finds Avina in the left circle, shot. Rebound, picked up by Penhollow. Penhollow surveys, back to Avina. Avina holds on to that one. Biaggi is behind the blue line. And that one will come out of the zone for an offsides. .111 to go on the power play. Face-off win for the Knights into the zone. Good poke in by Avina. Avina up the far wall. He's got Wiebolt streaking in the middle and back to Penhollow. Penhollow shot. Save off the chest of the goaltender. Collected on the near side. Biaggi back down the wall to Huffman. Huffman towards the middle to Penhollow and just can't get to that one, but he'll skate back through the slot and pick up the puck. Biaggi down the sidewall to Huffman. Huffman shot low. Rebound cleared out. One more time. One timer by Penhollow and a goal. Putting in the loose change is Avina, I believe. And Quinton Avina, Penhollow on the shot. Avina on the rebound put in. And the Vegas Golden Knights strike first. Power play goal at 11:36. Take the face off is Reed with Sokovian and Lacus on the line. And that one is off the defensive stick of the Knights and out of play. On the defense, Rochers and Nisley. Now an odd number in the defensive pairings. You might see some different pairings there. Or you might hear me call out some different pairings. Offside's not called. Larison will cover and hold for the whistle. Face-off win for the Knights. Rochers moves it around to Nisley. Nisley is shoved down on the puck. Gets held up a little bit. Mislakovian on the far side trying to keep possession of the puck. Rims it around to Lacus. Lacus forces it out of the zone. Lacus chasing. Moved up the wall. Pressure. Rochers dumps it in. Vegas tag up. And Lacus coming in on the far side. Mislakovian trying to dangle that one away from the Wild. And the Wild will get it back behind their net. With some speed coming off the bench, Salikas and DeRochers again reverses it back around the wall. Miskovian looking for a pass to the middle to Salikas. DeRochers shot, and that went off the stick of the Wild player up into the rafters. And a mouth guard on the ice. Referee will not pick that up. I wouldn't want to touch it either. 10:35 to go in period number 1. Vegas Golden Knights up 1-0. Harrison plays it down the wall. Towards the middle. Lanfranchi off the skate. Salikas closest Knight there. Back to Harrison. Harrison back down the wall. Lanfranchi Moving it below the goal line. Centering pass to Gilliam, and misses Sleeka's shot high over the net. Not by much, though. Biaggi on the elevating or rising puck. Harrison pinching in. Keeps it in the zone. Gilliam cutting back. This looks like a power play, but it is not, folks. This is 5-on-5 hockey. Vegas with some good control for the moment. And now the Wenatchee Wild are on the attack 3-on-2, trying to dangle around Biaggi unsuccessfully. And the puck out of play into the netting. So we'll have a face-off in the zone, defensive zone. That is 9:47 to go in period number 1. Kohler's the net for the Vegas Union Knights. Face-off win for the Wild. Wild one-timer off the skates of Holly. Puck up the wall, turned over. Now Cashin Sparks had an equipment issue last game, and he gets that fixed as he is back. Marindy looking for a play. He'll play that one around the boards past Holly, but out to the neutral zone to the Wild. Puck played up. No icing. They'll say touched it. Puck moved up the wall. Sparks pressuring. Bouncing puck. Holly picks it up. Talon Holly trying to cut to the outside, and they got a stick on it. There's some extra lines on the ice. Cavardilla, shot, tip. Cashin Sparks right outside the blue ice. Looking for a redirect. Does not connect. And the Wild on the near side. Dump it in. No icing as that's picked up by Cavardilla. Cavardilla cross ice. Marindy in, only 5 to beat. And the Wild take over the possession. Pass of ice, turnover. Walker Penhollow walking it in, shot, and wide right at the net. I don't think he knew he had as much time as he did. Rushed the shot a little bit. Penhollow still open in the middle. And a save. 1-2-3, 3-on-1. And the goaltender comes up. Vegas can't move the puck quick enough to beat the goalie. Shot. That might have skimmed the crossbar. Weeble finds an open to Rochers. DeRocher shot low. Save, rebound. Played to the outside by the Wild. Huffman taking a hit on the near side. He's a tough guy. He can take it. Huffman comes away with it. Almost found a Weeble on the far side. Weeble will play that one down the wall to Walker Penhollow. Again, 5-on-5 hockey here, but Vegas with the control. Avina shot low. Save by the goaltender. Skims off the right leg pad. Penhollow in the corner plays it back to DeRochers. DeRochers shot towards the net. Redirected by Huffman, and goaltender happens to catch that one and covers for the whistle and gives his team some relief as they got socked in their own zone. Vegas with some sustained pressure. Hope they can keep the pressure up here and add a few more goals. Face-off win for the Wild, but Mislakovian quickly jumps on it. And a one-timer by Gilliam, and the goaltender in the right place at the right time. Makes the save. Gilliam can't believe it. Face-off win for the Wild again. Wild rimming around the boards. Jumps on top of the dasher. Puck to the middle. Hassled by Mislakovian. And puck kept in by Hunter Reed. Initially, Wild turn it over to the Knights. Knisley moves it up, one touch up to Gilliam. Gilliam now plays it in deep, back behind the net. And fighting for it is Reed. They'll drop it to the left point. Gaskin just gets past Biaggi. Biaggi back. Larison will lay it off for him. A little hold up there, a little indecisiveness for the Knights. And a loose puck centering. One-timer off of Gilliam's. Mislakovian will pick it up. Mislakovian will hold up. Look at the play to the middle. Salikas will find a loose puck. Look for a centering pass. Off the skates of Gilliam, man. The goaltender will hold on to that one. Good shift for that lineup. As many opportunities coming for the Knights here in game number 2. 6:14 to go in period number 1. Taking the face off is Salikas, and the Wild player is kicked from the face off. This replacement will not win the face off. Flood, shot, and a save by the goaltender. That shot coming from the right point. Harrison drops it back down the wall looking for Salikas. That one gets past Salikas, but Burundi is there. Burundi plays the man instead. Puck went around. Vegas still with the possession. Burundi fans on the pass. Collects it by Flood, and Flood will dump it in deep again. As Lacus runs into the Wild player. Puck in the feet. Found by the Wild player. As Lacus introduces him to the boards. Salikas trying to lay that one off for Harrison, but he had dropped back on defense. Harrison now back on defense, keeps it in at the right point, or left point, sorry. Salikas back to Lacus along the near wall. Lacus back to Harrison. Harrison walks to the middle, shot. That hits some traffic in front, redirected to the far corner. Flood pinching down, keeps that one in the possession of Vegas. Now Salikas working low, gets tangled up, turned over. Holly on the attack. And coming away with the puck, looking for the middle, and Flood comes away with it. Knights with some pep in their step over the red line. Dumped it in. Lenfranchi is there, and he gets spun over around the puck. Shot loose in front, and that one comes out. They will say no icing, that it was tipped. Cabradilla back to collect. Up ice, Holly lays it for Lenfranchi. Lenfranchi, a little too close. That one is turned away, and that was not an icing. Didn't think it was tipped, but behind the line, Sparks on the stick lift and lifting the skates of the referee as he goes down. They will play on. Looks like he's okay as he is upended. Dangled. Penhollow keeping the puck. And in the middle of the ice, Wild not able to connect. Cabradilla down and a trip coming for the Wild as the referees have a laugh about the fall. Number 16 for the Wild to the box. And a tripping penalty as he also dusts off his knees while he's making the call. 3:47. Back to power play number 2 for the Knights. First one was successful. Let's see if they can do it again. Biaggi, shot. Tipped in front. Hardy. Huffman will collect the loose play. Biaggi again, shot. And a glove save. Swings the glove out there and found something in it. Lucky him. Penhollow take the face-off. Face-off win for the Wild. Puck back out of the zone. Back to chase is Biaggi. Biaggi backhanded up the wall. Penhollow back to collect. Huffman looking for some space. Plays it up to Biaggi. Biaggi. Shot. Loose puck. And a cover by the goaltender. Wild make a final change here, and we'll drop the puck. Weebolt, Penhollow, Huffman on the defense, Biaggi, and the Roachers. Hardy doing a roundabout. Drops it back to Biaggi. Biaggi back to Hardy Huffman in the left face-off circle. Back to Biaggi in the middle of the ice. Shot. Block. Down to one knee. Hardy Huffman walking it to the outside. DeRocher. Shot. Save. Rebound. Loose. And puck out to the neutral zone. Biaggi back to collect. Turnover. Loose in front. Picked up by the three Knights in the zone. Cross ice pass finds Penhollow. Penhollow and Wiebolt on the ice. Waiting for the team to make some changes. Wiebolt. Long reach there trying to get it. And that one is on net. Larson will have to make the play. Nisley will collect. Up ice. Cross ice pass to Mistakovian. Mistakovian tries to dangle, and that one's in the skates. That one will be an icing. Had an opportunity there, Mistakovian. Not able to capitalize. 2:01 to go in period number 1. Vegas Unical Knights up 1-0. Face-off win for the Knights. Avina Lacus there along the wall. Had it taken away from him. Now on the near side. Shot by Avina. That puck rims all the way around off the stick of the Knights. Larson will settle it for Nisley. Nisley will have some time to collect after he fell down. And puck played out of the zone. Softly, Mistakovian's got some speed. Can he get there in time? He cannot. As we head back down to the defensive zone to the right of Larson with 1:29 to go in period number 1. Fast period. Not a lot of stoppages. And again, the Knights will have an ice cut after period number 2. So if you're looking for a snack at that time, you will have some free time. About 10 minutes or so. Puck stalls out in the neutral zone, and the Wild pick it up and they dump it back in. Flood moves it around. Gilliam bouncing puck. Trying to move that out. Wild keep it in at the left point. Now Flood moves it around to the near side and out to Salikas on the breakout pass. Salikas gets around one. Centers, and not a white jersey there, but there's a stick lift of Holly that keeps it in the zone initially. Flood will find some space. Floody will cut to the outside. And he'll hand that over to Harrison. Harrison walking it down. Back to Flood. Flood, shot. Wide left. Pitching in is Holly, or Gilliam will take it off of Holly's stick before he can get the shot off. Behind the back by Gilliam. Little fancy move there. Stick lift by Holly. Dangles to the middle. Talon Holly. Shot low in the skates of the Wenatchee player. Does not make it to the net. And here come the Wild on the attack. 3-on-1. And there's the buzzer. As the Vegas Unical Knights score a power play goal that period. Penhollow to Avina to start the scoring off at 11:36 in the period. Vegas shooting on the Knights with the Knights cheer. Larison in his gold helmet back to the crease. And Penhall will take the face off. Huffman to the right, Weebolt to the left. On the defense, Cabradilla and Biaggi. Biaggi curls back around to his own zone, and he'll reverse back up the wall to Huffman. Huffman up the middle to Penhall. Penhall over the blue line. Shot towards the middle, and no rebound. Huffman, though, knocking on the doorstep. That for sure would have been in had any rebound come from the goaltender, but he does not cough one up. 14:46 to go. Banked off the boards. Weebolt with a good one touch towards the middle. And just tipped off his stick. Forced it to the near corner. Biaggi, shot! Tip, and just bounces between the legs of Weebolt. Weebolt behind the back. Pass to Penhall. Shot! Save. Thought that was a rebound. It's not a rebound. It's a mouth guard on the ice for someone. And Biaggi on the defense. Puck below the goal line. Cabradilla plays that around. Kept in right at the blue line, they will say. Penhall sidesteps one. And he'll look to move it up the ice himself. He's got Huffman to his right. Turn shot behind the net. Thought he had a little bit more space there, but quite a steep shot. Biaggi. Vescovian one-timer wide left of the net. Avina. One-timer again towards the net. Rebound. Loose in the skates. Reed turned around. Ended up still in his skates now. Vescovian will move it down below the goal line. Drops it to Avina. Avina swings it to Biaggi. Biaggi. Shot wide of the net. As Mistakovian takes a hit. Avina, shot. That one bounces off the right post. Stick lifted. And the puck will come out of the zone. Knights back to collect. Back up to the blue line, Mistakovian. Pass to the middle to Gilliam. Gilliam, shot. Blocked by the Wild. They will wave it off. Say he touched it. DeRochers on the attack. DeRochers into the zone. He'll chase it. Lose his footing. Marundi back for DeRochers on the defense. And Marundi holds him up at the blue line. DeRochers now again. He'll take it in. To the middle. And he had Hawley streaking in. And puck chipped down the ice for an icing on the Wild. Vegas getting their legs moving. And the Wild needing a break. Ice the puck, so Vegas will have an offensive zone face-off. To the left of the goaltender with 12:05 to go in the second period. Face-off win for the Knights. Harrison swings it to Flood. Flood, shot. And a blocker save. And a shot by Lanfranchi just outside the blue ice. Got a piece of it, but the goaltender again comes up big right there to keep it out of the net and keep the Wild in the game. Lanfranchi takes face off. Sleek is to the right. Lack is to the left. Shot. Low. Loose. And off the post. Vegas. No post love this game. Puck got stuck under the goaltender. No whistle. Lackus was digging for it until he heard a whistle. Face-off win for the Knights. Flood backhands it to Harrison. Harrison shot low, tipped up in the air, bouncing in. That one goes straight up in front of Evan Lackus. He finds it and puts it 5-hole on the goaltender. Shot coming from the left point by Jack Harrison, perhaps on the assist. We'll have to see what the score sheet says later. 11:43, Vegas Junior Gold Knights get a little bit of breathing room and make it 2-0. Face-off win for the Wild. Wild looking to move it up. Huffman picks up the loose puck. Huffman shot, blocked. Shot again in the front pads, and there's a whistle. No whistle. Wild get a couple of extra whacks off on Weebolt. Not very nice. Drops back. Look at the drop back to Nisley. Nisley defending along the near side. Now he'll swing it to the far side, and they'll move it around the horn. Dumped in by Penhollow. Penhollow will chase along with Hardy. Huffman, that is. Huffman along the near side. 2 Wild players to beat. Now Penhollow leaves it off for Huffman. Huffman to Nisley. Nisley at the right point. Some space. Shot. Low. Off the stick of Penhollow. And that one puts it over the net. Off the skate of the Wild player. He loses his footing and goes down. Penhollow walking it in. Wraparound attempt. Shot. Goal. Penhollow to Huffman. 16-88 as they connect for goal number 3. Couple quick goals back to back for the Knights. Increase. And at 10:46, Vegas Junior Gold Knights go up another goal. Hunter Reed take the face-off. Gilliam to the right. Mistakovian to the left. Goaltender tries to make a play for it, but misses it. He'll let his defenseman make the play. Cut back from the Wild. They played up, not out. Avina keeps it in at the point. Avina trying to swing that D to D. Reed is there. And just kept in at the blue line by Avina as they were looking for the open man, trying to cherry pick up ice for the Wild. Avina to Biaggi. Shot. Traffic in front. Loose. And Reed trying to pass that one to Gilliam. Don't think they were quite on the same page. Reed shot. And a save by the goaltender. Vegas with the puck. Now in the skates of Gilliam. Gilliam cuts back. Centering pass in the middle. Hassling is Reed as the Wild look for a way out. Off the wall up. Avina traps it and he'll dump it in. That should be icing. And no penalty calls, although Avina was upended at the blue line without the puck. Looking for a call. So we'll have a face-off, just an offsides call by the referees. Sparks to face off. Holly to the left, Murdy to the right. On the defense, DeRochers and Flood. Face-off win for the Knights. DeRochers will dump it in deep. Puck runs around the boards. Flood trying to seal off the wall. Keeps it in the zone. And does so again. Pass to the middle. Off the mark. Flood chases it back into his own zone. Not going to be an icing. Flood moves it around to Holly. Holly will catch it with his skate, and he'll reverse around to the near side. Tries to skate it out, and it's taken off his stick. All right, the blue line kept in. Larison with the save. Not too much action that Larison's getting to see. Wild shot. Glove save, Larison. Sees that one all the way in, snatches it out of the air. Have a face off to the right of Larison. Len Franchi, take the face off. Face off win to Cabradilla. Cabradilla heads behind the net. Cabradilla up ice. Looking for a one-touch play. Up ice, and they've got Lacus. Lacus on the hop. Lacus takes them all the way into the wall. Comes away with it on the near side. Stick lifted. Harrison shot low. Just wide right of the net. Pinching down the wall is Cabradilla to keep it in. Cabradilla will head back to his position as Lacus dropped in for him. Cabradilla right at the blue line. Lanfranchi moves it down the wall. Back to Lanfranchi. Shot. Traffic in front. Taken down. Cabradilla. Shot. I think he saw that little bit of daylight on the left corner, but unable to find it. And a glove save by the goaltender. With 7:59 to go in period number 2. Vegas Golden Knights take over after the loss of the faceoff. Keeping it in the zone. Nicely shot. Low and saved by the goaltender down the butterfly. D-to-D pass out of the zone. I think the Wild are keen to their plan of the D-to-D pass there. And puck played out of the zone. Offsides. Player for the Wild playing the puck. And we're going to take it all the way down the ice. Intentional. So they'll have an offensive zone face-off. To the left of the goaltender for the Wild. With 7:37. And face-off win for the Wild. Wild rim it around the boards. On the defense is Biaggi. Pass towards the middle and a good stick of the back checking Weeble. Weeble moves it up to Huffman. Huffman's got 2 to beat. And a loose puck picked up by the Wild. And dumped in. No icing as that was tipped. Back to collect is Rochers. To Rochers. Overskates it. Looking for a centering pass. And Penhollow off the bench picks that one up. He's got Huffman. Banks it off the board. Oh, and just a little too much. I thought he had a little more angle on that one. Turns out he did not. As that one finds its way down past the goal line for an icing with 6:59 to go in period number 2. Face-off win for the Wild. Ends up out of the zone. They'll have to backtrack all the way into their own zone to get to it. Gilliam hassling. Passing in the center off the skate of Lacus. Lacus evades one. He's got some space. Shot. Save and hold by the goaltender. Face-off win for the Wild. Wild look to break out their own zone. They dump it down the ice. And an icing. Face-off win for the Knights. Quick shot by Cabradilla is knocked down in the middle of the ice. Doesn't make its way to the goaltender. Murunde drops that one to Cabradilla as he can grab that one with a couple of Swishes of the skate blade. Shot off the stick of the Wild player. Cabradilla trying to combine with Biaggi, and in the zone goes the puck. Cabradilla with some speed. Winding up. On sides, he'll take it all the way. Look for a centering pass, and that one doesn't find Lanfranchi. He was waiting. Flood back down the wall to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi surveying. Lanfranchi dumps down the wall to Sparks. Sparks trying to walk that one to the middle. Sparks is tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty on number 19 as he hangs his head in shame. It is customary in a Knights game to do the shame chant, but I guess we will not do it here. And Vegas back to the power play. Biaggi, Weebolt, Avina, Huffman, and Penhollow on the ice for the Knights. Biaggi will keep it in at the point. Rolling puck for him. He's able to get that one to Penhollow. Back to Biaggi. Biaggi walks middle. Back to Penhollow. Penhollow shot. Save up and a cover. Bounced up in the air. Cover whistle. Face-off win for the Knights. Weebolt back to Biaggi. Biaggi back to Weebolt, except for it misses him, so it ends up all the way down by Penhollow, almost to the goal line. Biaggi, Avina, and Avina misses that. Net and the bounce off the partition forces the puck into the middle of the ice to Biaggi. Avina's got to track back all the way into his own zone, and he'll do a U-turn there up to Mistakovian. Mistakovian to Penhollow, drops it back. Mistakovian now in the right corner. He'll walk it back up the wall towards the point. Now Penhollow in the middle of the ice, down to Biaggi. Biaggi to the middle to Reed. And good puck movement, but Reed just could not catch that one in the middle of the ice cleanly. Larison will lay that one off for Biaggi. 6 seconds remaining on the power play. Puck behind Reed. Throws everything off there for the Knights. And now Vegas got it together. Miskovian just has it jump off his stick. Loose puck. And a little bit of a mess there. Avina thwarts the attack of the Wild. Shot and hold. That shot coming from Evan Lackas along the right side. With 3:34 to go in period number 2. Face-off win for the Knights. Kept in by Knisley. Knisley swings it over to DeRochers. DeRochers shot. Low and save. Rebound ends up in front, and that's gathered by the Wild. Good back check by Gilliam. Forces the turnover. Out to the neutral zone. Drops it back. And they'll swing it D to D. Back up. DeRochers takes a hit along the Wild bench. Into the body of DeRochers. Gets it just enough to move it over to Gilliam. Gilliam to Holly. Holly with a high lob will find Knisley. Knisley shot and a save by the goaltender. Knisley, a couple of steps into the zone just outside the right face-off circle, rips that one, but right into the crest of the goaltender with 2:50 to go in period number 2. Cash and Sparks take the face off. Lanfranchi to the left. Murday to the right. Biaggi and Cabradilla on the defense. Biaggi keeps it in. He'll throw that one down the wall. Loose puck in the right face-off circle. Ends up on the stick of the Wild below the goal line. Lanfranchi takes it back. One-timer by Marindy. Blocked in front by the Wild player, and Marindy shoulders off the Wild player. Puck loose. Cash and Spark trying to get to it. Sees that one. Some daylight, and Cabradilla tried to curl that one into the zone as Vegas will regroup. Not even playing the puck is number 12 as that one hits Lanfranchi, and that'll be a good thing he was over the wall sitting in the bench area. So they will say we'll have an offensive or offensive zone faceoff for the Knights with 2:06 to go in period number 2. Faceoff win for the Knights. Cabradilla to Biaggi. Biaggi shot towards the net in the legs, and Huffman tried to find that one, but cleared out by the Wild before he could. Shot off the leg of Penhollow. Penhollow trying to cut to the middle. Penhollow down to Weebolt. And Wild take it away and move it around, but Huffman is there. Weebolt back to Huffman, and just poked off his stick. They'll get it back. Knights will get it back. Biaggi to Cabradilla. Cabradilla has poked off his stick. Biaggi back for the Knights. Whoops. And Biaggi will hold, play it up ice. Huffman finds the stick of Hardy Huffman. Hardy cuts to the left side, curls around, looks for some space. And that one rolling on its head, waffling past Harrison. Vegas re-entered the zone initially. Now Penhollow will rim it around the boards and head for a change. Vegas cycling players in as they try to keep up the pressure on the Wild in their own zone. Puck dumped behind. Reed takes a hit. Gilliam now looking to clear it out. Puck up and out by the Wild. Flood will collect. Play it to the outside. Harrison up to Mislakovian. And Mislakovian walking it in. Dangles. Cutting to the middle. Cuts back. Tries to shove it near post. And we got a whistle. Tried to fake out goaltender. As soon as he saw him move off that post, hard stop and cut back to the near post. But the goaltender able to get there in time to block it off. And two players still not on the ice for the Wild yet. Puck dropped by the referee. Face-off won by the Knights. Drops it back to DeRochers. DeRochers shot towards the net and a goal. That was in, and they do not call it a goal. But that one was in. Robbed of the goal as his team congratulates him. So we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Players are back on the ice for each team, and there was just a whistle by the referee. So there will be no warm-ups. Basically, choose your lineup, and let's get started. So welcome back to game number 2 of the CCM Denver tournament. We are in Superior, Colorado at Blue Sports Stable. Pretty neat facility. Vegas Junior Golden Knights getting ready to start period number 3. Up 3 goals in period 3. Hoping to add a few more to their cushion to help off. Sorry, was experiencing a little technical difficulty with my headset, and we're back. Didn't miss anything except for that loose goal in front. And Walker almost capitalizes on the mishandling of the puck by the Wenatchee Wild goaltender. And that one kicked out to the middle. Off the skate. No danger there as Cabardilla plays it up to Weebolt, looking for Penhollow, and coming off the defense. Biaggi shot low and wide right of the net. Cabardilla just misses on that one. He'll take a second attempt there as he'll follow it into the corner and lay a hit on the way, and a player slow to get up for the Wild. Biaggi to Penhollow. Penhollow up to Cabardilla. For a second I thought Penhollow might be back on defense, but nope, he is not. Larison lays it off for Cabardilla and puck around the boards to Huffman. Huffman to Weebolt. Weebolt to the middle, just out of the reach of Penhollow, but Biaggi's there. Biaggi curls it around. Shot, and that one's low and wide. Kept on the ice. Harrison reversed it around the wall. Gilliam is there for the Knights. Wild seem content to just let the Knights skate around and collect the puck in their own zone, so I guess we will take it. 12:49 to go in period number 3. Vegas Junior Golden Knights up 3-0. Tripped on the far wall, no call. Wild up ice between the skates of Harrison. Larison will play it out to the outside to Flood. And almost a high stick there. Flood was looking to knock that one out of the air. Good thing he swung and missed. Gilliam winding up. Dumped in. Goaltender doesn't quite get all of that one. Miskovian and Reed on the far side. Loose puck. Miskovian cut back. Plays it around the wall to Colton Flood. Flood to Gilliam. Gilliam trying to move that one back down to Flood. And Flood has vacated that space, so it comes around the boards. Miskovian trying to fight along the near side. Gets it. He's got Gilliam in front. Centering. And the goaltender got a stick on it. His own teammate takes him down. The net is off. Referee will fix it as they head up ice so as not to stop the play. Shot. Larison blocker save. Bouncing in front. And it's a second attempt. Larison keen to that play. Flood keeps it away from the defense. Miskovian takes it away initially. And he'll do it again. as that one turned over momentarily in the neutral zone. Too many men on the ice call avoided or ignored by the referee. Player standing on the ice still, making a play on the puck. Sparks makes a play to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi, fans looking to drop that one with the backhand to Avina. Avina walking into the middle, plays it out to Nicely. And back to Avina. Avina, shot low. Only about 5 bodies in front. And Marundi with a double shot and unable to put it past the goaltender. A couple of one-timers down on one knee. And the goaltender again comes away with the stops with 10:58 to go in period number 3. At the end of that one, a couple of shoves to Cash and Sparks by the Wild players. Marundi shot and a save again. Goaltender's got Marundi's number. Shot. That one just avoids the head of Sparks. Nicely chasing this one around. Cashin will reverse it between the legs. And puck out to neutral zones. Wild player on the defense is Avina. Avina takes it away and plays it out. No icing, says the referee, which is a good call because it actually did hit a stick of the Wild player. And Franchi and Lack is pressuring. Cross ice pass. Nicely will pick it up. Nicely will head over the blue line. On sides. And that one will be an icing on the Wild. And we'll head back down to the offensive zone with 10:09 to go in period number 3. Vegas Junior Gold Knights holding on to their 3-goal lead. Face-off win for the Wild. They move it up the boards. Puck rimmed around the boards. Salikas lays a hit off the skate, almost into the hands of Lacus. But the Wild with the possession. Puck along the near side, dumped in. Shot by Salikas. Blocker saved by the goaltender. Puck kept in initially, but on the stick of the Wild as they clear their zone. Pass is off the mark for the Wild and turned over to Cabradilla. Hawley going the wrong direction. Collected the pass from Cabradilla, but up ice, Salikas has a jump off his stick. Salikas on the pressure and the cover by the Wenatchee goalie. With 9:25 to go in period number 3. Walker taking the face off. Roachers down the wall. Wild with the puck now. Banks it off the wall. Penhollow finds an open Huffman. As Penhollow intercepts that one, and Cabradilla keeps it in for the Knights, and he'll do it again along the near board. Cabradilla. Shoulder loses balance, and the Wild cheer with Jubilee. Puck to the middle. Puck it back into the zone. DeRochers with the feet moving, moves it up ice to Huffman. Huffman keeps it on his skate. Huffman walking it up the middle. Shot. And a save. Second time. Goal! Walker Penhollow with the one-timer from the left face-off circle. Finds the upper left corner of the net after the shot from Huffman. Huffman to Penhollow. Those two connecting again earlier on goal number 3 as well. This time the other way around. Puck to the near side. Avina over the blue line, dumps it on net, and goaltender will make the save and hold. Vegas 4-0. With 8:07 to go in period number 3. Puck out of the zone. And turns it over to the Knights. And I'm not sure what happened there, but a Wild dispossessed of the stick. Puck actually hit it in the defensive zone. Shot. That one just misses the right corner by Avina. Gilliam walking in. Pass towards the middle. He was looking for Mislakovian or Reed. Too closest there. Biaggi on the defense. Centering pass to the middle, poked away by Avina. Biaggi trying to get to that one. Plays it off to Max Gilliam. Max Gilliam dumps it in. Mislakovian on the hunt. He'll get to it first. Looking for centering pass to Salikas, and that jumps under his stick. Sparks will dump it in deep. Force the Wild back into their own defensive zone. Cole Larison not seeing much action on the opposite side. Bouncing puck settled by the goaltender. Moves it up. Flood on the pressure and returned back deep by Salikas. Puck dumped down the ice for an icing. With 6:30 to go in period number 3. Vegas Golden Knights lead the Wenatchee Wild from Washington 4-0. Face-off win for the Knights. For the Wild. Len Franchi taking the face-off. DeRocher's tried to glove that down the blue line. That one just gets past him. He'll track back into his own zone. Up ice, one touch up. Holly to Len Franchi. Len Franchi up ice to Marundi. Marundi cuts to the middle, towards the net. Marundi streaking in. And Len Franchi had a forehand shot on it. But Marundi disrupted that one. Not sure he saw it. And Nisley to the puck. DeRocher was able to get a piece of it. Walking to the middle, and a cover by the goaltender. Wenatchee players shoving Len Franchi. 5:52 to go in period number 3. If the Junior Golden Knights can get to 5, that'll help speed up this game as that'll turn to a running clock. Huffman on the play, almost intercept that one. Weevil drops it back to Cabradilla. Cabradilla cuts back. Cabradilla shot low, and that one just wide of the net. He had a wide open Huffman though in the right faceoff circle, but did not find him. That shot wide hit Penhollow. Penhollow playing catch behind the net to Weebolt. Weebolt drops it back to Cabradilla, who lays it back down the wall. Walking it in, Huffman. Cutting back, looking for Weebolt. Biaggi got a piece of it. Chips it over to Cabradilla and up to Penhollow. Penhollow over the blue line. In the corner to Weebolt. Weebolt leaves it off. Chipped behind, past Penhollow. Biaggi and Cabradilla on the defense. And shouldered off by Cabradilla. Puck to move around. Biaggi. Up ice. Weebolt picked it up. And the refs will say off ice. Or off ice. Offsides. There we go. And we'll have a face-off on the near face-off dot. Just outside the offensive zone with 4:43 to go in period number 3. Vegas Junior Golden Knights holding on to their comfortable 4-goal lead. Face-off win for the Knights. Savina dumps it in deep. Gilliam gets there, helps Weeble trying to help pick that one out of the skates. Miskovia now coming to help out. And he's loses his bearings. Flood over the red line, dumps it in deep. Centering pass by Miskovia. Looks up to the sky that he couldn't find Gilliam or Reed in front. Or that they didn't make the connection. Avina walking it up the middle. Avina cutting backhand, and just misses. Looking for that touch pass goal, or that touch backhand goal was Avina. Down the ice, Larison will watch that one go by the post for an icing. And we'll head back down to the offensive zone with 3:52 to go in game number 2 of the CCM Denver tournament. Vegas Unicorn Knights 15 AAA team playing in an all 15U division. Nicely shot from the right point. Loose, drops right into the pads, right in front of the pads for the goaltender as he gets the whistle and the face-off to the right with 3:41 to go in period 4. In the meantime, Cole Larison keeping himself busy in the crease, getting a little exercise since there's not much action coming his way and another icing. So he's still, we'll see no action for a little while. But that's a good sign. That means his teammates keeping the puck on the other end of the ice and keep the pressure on the Wenatchee Wild from Washington. Face off taken by Salikas. One nicely. Shot. Tipped off the glass. Stays on the ice surface. And now the Wild on the attack. As there is a Nichols sandwich on the ice as number 8, Nichols, sandwich between 3 Knights players. And Harrison's put into the boards. Looks like he's okay. Up and back on the puck. Up ice. Lacus brute forces his way into puck possession. And we'll play on. Puck in the near corner. Wild come away with it initially, but the unrelenting attack of Salikas forced at least a disruption in the play of the Wild. Wild are losing their footing like crazy. Nicely now. Trying to push that one ahead to Hawley. I think he thought he was going to lose his footing, but I was able to maintain it. Marundi over the blue line. Marundi up the left side, looking for a centering pass. That one off the outside of the netting. He'll keep on the attack, and he turns it, keeps it on his stick. Shot, save, rebound, a goal! Marundi picks up his own rebound and finally gets one past the lucky goaltender. Marundi to Marundi. I wonder if you can get an assist on your shot. Len Franchi wins the faceoff. Hawley gets tangled up. Possession goes to the Wild. Wild D-to-D pass to the left side over the red line. Try to walk it in. Len Franchi back checking. Says, I don't think so. Larison moves it around the boards looking for a teammate in white. Hawley will come back to collect. Hawley trying to cut that to the middle. Ends up on a stick of the Wild player. Biaggi applying some pressure. And number 14, quite smaller player than the others, avoiding a hit by Biaggi. And Fanson loses the puck. Not sure why they called an offsides, never came back in the zone. as the coaches are unsure what happened. Oh, maybe there's a penalty. Let's see. Roughing. It's the call, number 17. Look at that. There was something else. That roughing penalty coming at, oh, running clock now for the Knights. They are at that 5-goal threshold that they experienced last game. Shot, Navina. Save, rebound, and a goal with 28 seconds to go. Weeble with the score. Off win for the Knights. Penhollow. Shot and wide. And there's the buzzer to end game number 2. The Vegas Sugar Golden Knights defeat the Wenatchee Wild 5-0. Cole Larison with the shutout gets greeted by his teammates. And join us tomorrow as they move the goaltenders to the end of the line. Maybe because he didn't do enough work this game. 11:45 Mountain Time is the game time tomorrow. YouTube for that game. Same rink for that game as well. So you'll have a similar view.